Many Christians earnestly desire to live lives perfectly aligned with God's will, yet they struggle to discern His voice amidst the noise of everyday living. This longing stems from a deep desire to honor God and fulfill their unique purposes. But often they feel lost, unsure of the steps they should take next. This struggle to hear from God clearly is completely understandable. Imagine navigating life without a map or GPS, feeling like you're missing out on God's best because you can't quite tune into His whispers. It's like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. Frustrating and confusing, right? However, there's a way to bridge this gap and tune into God's frequency. And it starts with understanding and applying to crucial concepts, God's will and God's time. Now these might sound simple, but they hold immense power when understood correctly. Think of them as keys that unlock doors to a deeper, more intimate relationship with God. God's will is the blueprint for your life's journey, outlining the actions and choices that bring you closer to Him and lead you into your divine destiny. Understanding God's will helps you make decisions that honor God and bring you into alignment with His purpose. It's like having a personal coach guiding you towards your potential. Meanwhile, God's time is the perfect timing in which these things should happen. It's the ideal moments and seasons when opportunities and circumstances converge to set you up for success. It's as though God orchestrates a symphony, and His timing ensures that each instrument plays at the perfect moment to create harmony. So, how do we unveil these keys? How do we understand and apply God's will and timing in our lives? Keep watching as we delve into the practical ways to understand God's will and time, giving you tools to interpret signs, symbols, and spiritual insights. You'll learn how to read the language of the Holy Spirit and navigate your unique journey. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of God's will and timing? Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Remember, within the depths of God's will lies the key to your purpose, and His perfect timing holds the promise of your success. As we dive into this chapter, keep in mind that this video is just the beginning. For a more in-depth study, grab a copy of my book, The Divine Clock: Secrets of God's Perfect Timing and Will. You'll find it available for reading and purchase from online retailers such as Google Play Books, Lulu, Apple Books, Barnes and Noble, Kobo, Everend, Smashwords, Tolino, Overdrive, Cloud Library, Baker and Taylor, Barrowbox, Hoopla, Viblio, Palace, Marketplace, Odilo, Gardeners, and Fable. Or if you prefer to visit a physical store, you can check your local bookstore. Simply ask the bookseller for The Divine Clock: Secrets of God's Perfect Timing, and will by Dr. Mrs. Doris C. Njako, Ph.D., MSc in Human Physiology. Alternatively, you can contact us directly if you have any questions or need assistance locating the book. We'd love to hear from you. Now let us get started on this amazing journey of discovering God's will and timing in our lives. Key signposts. Recognizing God's will. How do we know when we're in sync with God's will? Picture this: you're driving without a speedometer or GPS. How would you know when you've reached your destination? Similarly, discerning God's will can feel like navigating without guidance. But fear not, for God has provided signposts along our journey to help us stay on course. One such signpost is inner peace. Remember the calm feeling you get after making a choice or taking an action that aligns with your deepest values and morals. That inner quiet is a clue that you're walking in the right direction. It's as though a green light flashes within your spirit saying, "Well done, you've made the right choice." Another signpost is an increase in faith. Have you ever noticed how your faith seems to soar when you're doing something that honors God? It's as if your connection with Him deepens, giving you confidence in the decisions you've made. This surge in faith acts like a compass pointing you towards God's will. External confirmations are also part of the journey. Sometimes God sends signs from the people around us, words from songs, or even random encounters that reinforce His will. It's as though He whispers to others who then pass on the message to you. guiding you towards what He wants you to do. Pay attention to repeated numbers, inspirational quotes, or advice from mentors that seem to converge on the same message. They might hold clues to God's will for your life. Open doors are also a significant signpost. Just as a door that swings open easily signifies an invitation or an opportunity, similarly, doors that open unexpectedly in your life could be God's way of showing you a path aligned with His will. Unexpected job offers, chance encounters, or sudden opportunities can all be signs leading you towards your divine purpose. The key is to pay attention to these signposts and follow the direction they indicate. If you're unsure, seek wise counsel or spend time in prayer and reflection. Remember, God doesn't expect you to navigate alone. He's with you every step of the way. Wisdom in action. Applying God's will once you've recognized the signs of God's will. It's time to take action. But how do you go from recognizing God's will to putting it into practice? Imagine knowing the right path but hesitating to take the first step. Don't worry, you're not alone. Taking action can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. First, start small. Break down the big picture into manageable steps. Setting small goals gives you a sense of progress and keeps you motivated. It's like climbing a mountain one step at a time instead of feeling overwhelmed by the entire trail. Next, focus on what you can control. There are many variables in life, but your response is in your hands. Concentrate on your actions and attitude, letting go of what you can't influence. It's like steering a ship. You can't control the winds, but you can adjust your sails to catch the wind's momentum. Pray persistently. Prayer isn't just a what-time ask. It's a conversation with God. Keep talking to Him throughout your journey. Prayer provides clarity, strength, and assurance that you're on the right path. And remember, celebrate small victories. Every step forward is a reason to rejoice. Acknowledge your progress and give thanks to God. Celebrating keeps you positive and strengthens your resolve to keep going. Practical tips: aligning your steps with God's will to help you put these steps into practice. Here are some concrete tips to align your steps with God's will. Number 1, commit to daily prayer and Bible study. Make it a habit to connect with God regularly through prayer and His Word. This nurtures your faith and helps you hear God's voice more clearly. Now. 2, actively listen for God's voice. Don't just pray and walk away. Take time to be still and listen for God's response. He may speak through a verse in the Bible, a word from a mentor, or even a quiet whisper in your heart. 3, test the spirits. If you receive guidance that seems questionable, seek wisdom and discernment from other trusted believers. It's wise to check if a guidance aligns with biblical principles and the counsel of fellow Christians. 4, be obedient. When you're sure you've heard from God, take action. Obedience builds your faith and opens doors to God's will. Don't be afraid to step out in faith and trust that He'll be with you every step of the way. Now. 5, trust in God's timing. Understand that God's timing is perfect, even if things don't happen when you want them to. Trust that He has a divine plan and purpose for your life. Relax and be patient as you walk in God's timing. Aligning your steps with God's will and timing is a continuous process. It requires patience, faith, and a willingness to listen to God's voice. As you nurture your relationship with Him, you'll become more attuned to His guidance, leading you to a life of purpose and fulfillment. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey through Chapter 8 of my book, The Divine Clock: Secrets of God's Perfect Timing and Will. I hope this video has been a source of inspiration and guidance for you today. As we've explored the practical ways to understand God's will and time, I encourage you to embrace the journey of uncovering God's perfect timing and will in your life. Remember, you can find a deeper, more comprehensive exploration of these teachings in my book, which is available for reading and purchase at various online retailers such as Google Play Books, Lulu, Apple Books, Barnes and Noble, Kobo, Everand, Smashwords, Tolino, Overdrive, Cloud Library, Baker and Taylor, BarrowBox, Hoopla, Vivlio, Palace Marketplace, Odilo, Gardeners, and Fable. Alternatively, you can visit a physical bookstore near you. Simply ask the bookseller for The Divine Clock, Secrets of God's Perfect Timing, and will buy Dr. Mrs. Doris C. Njako PhD, MSc in Human Physiology. If you have any questions, comments, or would like to share your experiences, please drop them in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video helpful, please don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and family, and subscribe for more insightful content. Until next time, may you walk closely with God, trusting in His perfect timing and will. God bless you.